to this videos? If we make 5,000 likes to this video, we will upload more patriotic news. Thank you. Mike Huckabee discovers easy way for Trump to fix John McCain's treachery. John McCain flew in from an Arizona hospital to cast a key vote to get the Obamacare repeal bill on the Senate floor for a debate. This was a good sign that the Republicans had the numbers and would finally push through their much-awaited repeal in replace of the dreaded Obamacare advertisement, but something unexpected happened on the way to the future. John McCain pulled a fast one, a sneak attack against President Trump and the will of the voters. As the debate raged on, first Mike Pence tried to get John to cast the vote their way, then President Trump got on the phone and tried to get John to reason, and then it was Mitch McConnell. All failed to persuade the maverick, and he dramatically, a little too dramatically, and embraced his inner showboat and turned a thumbs down on 8 years of promises and on a big win for Trump. He cast the deciding vote, and that is all she wrote. "This is clearly a disappointing moment," Mitch said. "I regret that our efforts were simply not enough this time." Now, I imagine many of our colleagues on the other side are celebrating. Probably pretty happy about all this. But the American people are hurting, and they need relief. But Mike Huckabee discovered an easy way to solve the treachery of John McCain and the 2 other GOP senators who betrayed Trump. Former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee is now calling for a repeal of the 17th Amendment. This would totally change the way senators are elected, and would make sure McCain betrayal was the last time. The amendment, ratified in 1913, set up the popular election of senators, who before that had been elected by state legislatures. Share this if you agree with Mike Huckabee. Sarah Palin lands knockout blow in war with New York Times. Former vice presidential candidate Sarah Palin allegedly will be making sure that 23 active and previous New York Times reporters and editors will be issued subpoenas as a portion of her defamation lawsuit against the fake news organization. The famous former governor of Alaska is suing the Times for defamation over an article which connected one of her political ads to the attempted assassination in 2011 of Congresswoman Gabby Giffords. Advertisement. Now the newspaper's lawyers are begging the judge to kick out the case, whining that Palin's lawyers are wanting to subpoena 23 non-party current and former Times reporters, editors and other employees, most of whom had little to nothing to do with the op-ed that is the center of the case. Palin's lawyers are adamant about attaining relevant documents that will show the Times' negative publications and feelings against her. Palin also demands that the net bring out every communication they have delivered to each other since 2011. In an effort to eliminate the case, the Times said there was no actual malice contained in the June 14 op-ed. They were quick to correct the issues after their consumers complained. The newspaper said it's very dedicated to the full fix of the op-ed that said that Palin's political action debunks her claims in the case. Palin sued the Gray Lady in Manhattan federal court last month, saying the newspaper had accused her of inciting the mass shooting that severely wounded then Arizona Rep. Giffords. She sought unspecified damages. The editorial in the Times was prompted by the recent shooting of Louisiana Congressman Steve Scalise at a baseball practice attended by Republican lawmakers in Alexandria, Virginia. The best part of this is watching the New York Times flail around. They don't seem to realize that there are ramifications to putting out fake news. Advertisement. What do you think of Sarah Palin suing the Times? Do they deserve? Breaking House Republicans demand second special counsel, look who they caught red-handed. House Republicans who are members Judiciary Committee have issued an official request for a second and individual special counsel to investigate criminal activities. They are requesting another special counsel to investigate actions by Obama administration officials and Hillary Clinton during the 2016 presidential election. Advertisement. Committee Chairman Bob Goodlatte and other GOP members of the committee submitted a formal letter to Attorney General Jeff Sessions on Thursday. The letter also addressed to Rod Rosenstein while they requested a second special counsel. The letter was adamant about wanting to investigate Obama administration officials. Two of the big names on the requests were Loretta Lynch and James Comey. the two who colluded to make sure Hillary's investigation was called a matter. The House Republicans were also very open about the issues they saw with Mueller's probe. They called it too narrow and one-directional. The letter came right after Republicans voted to request documents related to Comey's communications with the Obama administration and journalists. Republican reps Andy Biggs, Arizona, Magetz, Florida, Jim Jordan, Ohio, and Mike Johnson, Law, were co-sponsors of the GOP amendment. In my district, my constituents say, "Hey, what's going on with the investigation of the crimes of the previous administration?" Biggs said. "When I hear talk that this contains right-wing conspiracies, well, I'll tell you, my constituents think what's going on in the other bill are left-wing conspiracy theories." The left has been very upset about Comey being abruptly fired, but they forgot that it is in Trump's power to do, and Comey admitted to not doing his job during the Hillary Clinton email investigation. The infraction that really upsets them is the leaks of the memos Comey kept regarding his meetings with the president. Advertisement. What do you think of this latest development? Should there be a second special counsel who is there to check on everyone who had fingers on the election? Bill O'Reilly just put final nail in career of John McCain with instantly viral tweet. Obamacare was one of the worst things that former President Barack Obama left in his legacy. During his political campaign, Donald Trump promised to repeal and replace the Obamacare. However, many senators voted against Trump's health care plan, including Republican Shelley Moore Capito of West Virginia, Susan Collins of Maine, Lamar Alexander of Tennessee, Dean Heller of Nevada, Rob Portman of Ohio, John McCain of Arizona, and Lisa Murkowski of Alaska are the Republicans who voted against repealing the Obamacare. After this vote, skinny repeal was introduced. Many people believe that this bill, which included great features, will pass through the Senate. However, 4 of the senators mentioned before changed their minds, while Collins, Murkowski, and McCain voted against the bill. This is not the first time that Arizona Senator McCain went behind Trump's back. Ever since Trump made a joke at the expense of McCain's military service, McCain has been holding a grudge. He's been constantly going against the president's wishes. He sabotaged Trump's healthcare plan and then made a lame excuse about his action. However, television host Bill O'Reilly took it to Twitter to send a message for Senator McCain. This tweet immediately went viral and many Twitter users agreed with O'Reilly. He lost the respect for McCain, and I don't think he's the only one who lost the respect. After all, McCain not only betrayed the president, but he betrayed the country and the American people. I think it's safe to say that McCain is no longer a Republican. His last move should be a resignation letter. What are your thoughts about his betrayal? Trey Gowdy fires the shot heard round America after Obamacare repeal fails. Trey Gowdy is not happy, and he has a tremendous message for the Republicans that the Democrats would be well served to listen to as well. The Republican congressman from South Carolina and the chairman of the House Oversight Committee cut right to the heart of the matter. Advertisement. Our problem is for 7 years we've been telling folks what we're against and what we're opposed to. And then we've had 7 months to govern, and the best we can come up with is a skinny plan on 24 hours notice? He asked in amazement. We've got to get better at telling people what we believe, why we believe it, Gowdy continued, and then persuading them it's right for the country. We've had plenty of time to do it. We set unrealistic expectations and then we never meet them, which leads to anger and frustration. We've had 7 years to figure it out, and the best we can come up with is something called skinny. Trey's funny too? That humor will serve him well should he choose to run for higher office. You must be funny if you want to win these days. Brian Kilmeade of Fox and Friends then jumped in and asked Trey the key question, where do we go from here? Should you just move on or go back? Trey shot back, we've got to go back. It impacts 20% of the economy. It was a fundamental promise of the Trump campaign. The Affordable Care Act is failing. If you're going to fail, though, fail doing what you really fundamentally believe. The health care. I would propose changes that are transformational. and it's going to require persuading my fellow citizens, including some independents and Democrats, that this is best for the country." Then Thray concluded with another few hilarious jokes: "It's not going to be done with 24 hours notice and a bill that has the word skinny in it. It's hard to persuade people, I get that, I used to have to do it for a living, and I'm married." Advertisement: share if you agree with Thray.